welcome. I'm Andrew Betwain, the editor of fundoperator.com and insuranceinvestor.com at ClearPath Analysis. And today I'm joined by Benoit Ribaud, who is the ESG Relations Manager at TotalEnergies, who was speaking at our ESG Investment Conference in September in London. Benoit, hello, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining us. So as I said, Benoit will be speaking at our ESG Investment Conference in September. He will be presenting a case study, a practical guide to net zero, a corporation working to achieve its milestones. So Ben will be speaking about his experience at TotalEnergies as it works towards net zero. It's one of the world's largest energy companies. And obviously it has a huge insight into the ways it can be using sustainable energy, the decarbonisation, and working to be a more environmentally conscious energy developer. So Ben will be speaking on that topic and the ways, the plans around net zero and its financial and sustainable goals. So Ben, I wanted to ask you about why is it that Total has decided to speak at the conference? What is it you guys are hoping to share?
Well, thank you, Andrew, for giving us the opportunity first. Well, Total became TotalEnergies in 2020. That was a new name for a new ambition to become, as you mentioned, a major player in the energy transition, engaged towards getting to net zero by 2050 together with society. And it's true that investors and people expect a clear and responsible commitment from businesses to preserve the climate for future generations. And so the energy transition is underway, clearly, and our company is transforming to provide tangible, sustainable solution to the dual challenge of more energies and less emissions and always more sustainable. And this is what we wanted to share with you, the way we do it at the conference.
And can you explain to me a little bit what you're going to be speaking about at the conference? Can you give us a little teaser about the sort of detail you'll be going into?
Well, yeah, well, energy firms, as I mentioned, need to reinvent themselves. So in the context of a world needing more energy and less emissions, and TotalEnergies is one of the energy majors that have developed and is implementing its ambition to get to net zero by 2050 together with society. So at this ESG Investment Leaders Conference, we will explore that ambition and the challenge to its realization. So more specifically, we will cover what does net zero involve in the context of an energy firm of our size, how TotalEnergies is fundamentally rethinking its activities and adapting its sales mix. We'll talk about the importance as well of setting up concrete milestones for reduction targets. We'll cover engagement with stakeholders and how important it is for us and how we ensure transparency through efficient ESG reporting. And we will also discuss extensively about what the main challenges are for achieving these goals for TotalEnergies. And also, I will want to cover something very important to us, which is that beyond climate, the energy transition needs to be just and it needs to benefit all the stakeholders. So I would like during this session to talk about just transition and how we can achieve that as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, so we're going to be covering the S and the G as well as just the E. Well, fantastic. I'm sure all of our visitors at the conference will be very interested to hear more about just transition. So I'd like to thank Benoit for his time today. As you heard there, Benoit will be speaking at the ESG Investment Leaders Conference in London on September the 15th. Details are available on clearpathanalysis.com as well as the breakout website for the event. And if you would like to see more about this, you can go to fundoperator.com and insuranceinvestor.com, where we have loads of articles detailing ESG from all sorts of angles with all sorts of industry players. So thank you very much from me, Andrew Betwain, the editor, and I look forward to seeing you in person, Benoit, on the 15th of September. And thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm looking forward to it.